Hello and welcome to Knobcat Games Dungeons of the Obelisk podcast. I'm your host, Joseph Sleppy, and I'm joined with returning champion, Nike Deer.
Oh, thanks. Hi.
And we're also joined today by Ben Sigas.
Yep, hi, I'm Ben.
Yeah, so let's just jump right in. You know, we did our introductions last time, so why don't you introduce yourself, Ben?
Sure, I am Ben. I usually go by Ben Draws Life on all my social media and stuff. I am I'm initially from New York, but I've moved all around and now I'm in Las Vegas.
Oh, wow. I actually didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Because I was in Portland for a while.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like 5 years or so, and then moved down to Las Vegas. And that's why the air conditioning is crucial. But yeah, my official title, I think, is Art Lord? Something like that.
Yeah. I've given everybody like important titles, and I kind of felt like yours was like I was gonna say Arts Lord, so it was kind of like Star Lord, but like I felt like Art Lord sounded better.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, I mean, I do all the art stuff prior to animation, so that's what I do. Yeah, I mean, on the not related to Knobcat, I just do freelance artwork, a lot of commission stuff. I've got a few projects actually going right now. I've been working with, working on a big ol' project, which is Blue Planet Recontact. It's another tabletop game that is in development or something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
But I'm just doing a bunch of creatures for that, so that's a lot of fun too. So
yeah, you're kind of like carving out a niche for yourself as like the creature guy.
Yeah, and I'm totally cool with that because I like drawing creatures, so it works out. Like, I mean, yeah, I've obviously got the creature comics and then creature drawings for I've been doing a lot of like RPG related illustration work for the last couple years ish. Especially working with like the God's Fall podcast as well. Like Aram has me doing all the character illustrations and a lot of the creatures for that too. So again, creatures, which are a lot of fun.
Right on. And let's see, I'm making everybody do a random fact.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Do you have a random?
Oh gosh, I feel like my brain is like a vast center of useless knowledge, but of course when I try to access any of that knowledge, it's like nope, no can do. I mean, the only the first thing that came to mind is, it was a kind of recent Google search because I was doing a commission that was of a T-Rex, and I was curious as to whether T-Rex's arms were actually wings, because like there's a lot of like related structure with like how their arms look and how wings are formed, especially for like ostriches and stuff.
Yeah,
but
I mean, birds are dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly. So like I was just curious, like are those arms, are they actually just like kind of useless wings that they had like claws at the tips of? Because there are a lot of dinosaurs that were winged that had claws at the tips of their wings, but apparently T-Rex is a no-go for wings, unfortunately.
All right, on. So it's a non-avian dinosaur.
Yeah. Which is kind of a bummer because, like, especially since a lot of the dinosaurs were like feathered as well, like I just was really hoping that they had wings. Like, I don't know why, but it was just something I was hoping for.
Yeah, I guess we kind of like associate wings and feathers and birds all together, but I guess you can be feathered and not have wings.
Yeah.
Or is T-Rex just not feathered at all?
See, I feel like I've seen some representations of them with some feathers, but I don't know if it's actually T-Rex or if it's just like an associated similar like offshoot that had the feathers instead.
Yeah, well, whenever I was a kid, dinosaurs were just lizards, so...
Yeah, exactly. Like, they've definitely evolved in what they're probably supposed to look like.
Oh, man. I used to be, like, big into dinosaurs, like, as a kid, and I still have that little bit of fascination about that, but that's a good random fact. I feel like that... definitely tells us something about you.
It tells you that awesome. I'm very long-winded about random facts. So. But yeah, so that's my random fact.
Yeah, so as far as I know, no dinosaurs in Dungeons of the Obelisk yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. That's a good idea for a breach, though. I should probably jot that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about like what's happening right now in the game, I guess, which is we have the start of a game.
It's a game.
Lot of people maybe a lot of everybody that's been keeping up on stuff in our Discord or whatever knows that I like streamed the prototype last night. But I don't know, what are your guys' thoughts?
Oh my gosh, yeah, like, I mean, I poked around the prototype a little on my own, but I was napping last night, and then I got up, and it was like, there was a stream 2 hours ago, and I was so hyped to see that. Like, I knew you said you were doing it that night, it kind of slipped my mind, and I went back and I watched the whole thing, and... I mean, I've said this already, but more than ever, I'm just like, this is so cool. I want to put my animations in it. So it's exciting. It's very exciting. It's looking good so far. I'm kind of surprised how fast we got something together.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about on the stream. It's almost like I can't think of the word, but like we got so much so fast that it's kind of like almost a misrepresentation of like how quickly games come together, because we've got a dude running around a dungeon fighting slimes already, but it's only been 2 weeks and this thing's gonna take like a year, you know? So like I don't want people to get the wrong idea and be like, oh wow, they're really coming along, but like at the same time it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Like it just feels so much more real, even though it's so early on, you know?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like it's starting to feel very real, you know? Like before I was just kind of doing like abstract stuff, like forming an LLC and talking to an accountant and stuff. And now like we've focused in and like we're actually making the game now.
Yeah, I definitely think that speaks volumes about Kel's ability. Like, he's blowing it away.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Ooh, a note to make for later is I don't think we have Kel on the website last time I checked. We should get him a profile on there.
Yeah, I've been waiting for the official art for everybody, and then I was going to update the site.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm working on next, is the avatars. So they should be, well, I mean, depending on how long it takes, but shouldn't take too long. They should be pretty straightforward. So hopefully soon.
Yeah, that'll be exciting because we'll start having our avatars, which will be basically our characters in the game. So people will get another look at like what the character creator can do, even though we don't have a creator yet, but you're just kind of doing it manually.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be like kind of lead into the character creator, I guess. Like just showing what it's possible to do, and then we can actually show. Well, I mean, there's going to be a little bit of customizability with our own avatars, but yeah, it'll be fun to kind of get a feel for what you can do and how you can make your character look, and once you start playing.
Yeah, that's something I'm super excited to see, is just like myself in the game.
Yeah.
That's one of the things about like games that I always really enjoy, is just the character creators.
Yep. I mean, that's usually how I end up spending my first several hours of a game, is just playing around with the character creator.
Yeah, and to me, if a game doesn't have a character creator, like there's a lot of mobile games where they're like hundreds of champions and you're like supposed to like collect champions and stuff, and I hate that kind of gameplay. I just want one dude that looks like me.
Yeah,
and that's what this game's gonna be.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot more personal if you can like actually make it
definitely
totally customized to yourself. Like nobody else is going to look like your character necessarily. Like
something that I think back to is like we all have heard of like the Cyberpunk 2077 debacle. I actually got really excited about its dumb character creator, and that was pretty much the motivation that got me through that game, because it is a mess. But I love playing as my like cyborg girl. She's awesome. And yeah, I think a good character creator is like, I mean, like heck, like another example is like Mass Effect Andromeda, because that game's like kind of not a great Mass Effect game, but like I played the demo, and once I had a character, I was like, well shit, I want to play the rest of the game to like get more time with this character, I guess. It makes a lot of sense to me to have like your own person in a game. That seems like a good way to immerse somebody.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's something that like I'm very adamant about on this, is like having a lot of options for the character creator, because a lot of times like I'm a white man and I have a pretty standard hairstyle, and if I'm like going through a freaking character creator and it doesn't have like my hairstyle, I'm like, what's up with this game? So like I want everyone to be able to have that experience where they like scroll through and find their hairstyle and stuff. So like, like eyes and mouth and stuff will be a little more stylized, I think. Like they're gonna be different variations of lines, but like I think having that hairstyle, even if you end up just putting a helmet over top of it, I think that's something that's really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
That's going to be something for your homework, Ben, is to research hairstyles and stuff for.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've already made a habit of just kind of keeping mental notes of really cool and unique hairstyles anyway from other projects. So this will be a shoe-in for that. Like I don't know, I really like drawing different interesting hairstyles, so I'm down for it.
Yeah, that's perfect then. That's something too where we can start with like a good selection and then add some as we have the need for them, if that'll be something. If people can make a support ticket and let us know if there's a hairstyle missing, we can work on that.
Yeah, definitely. Like
that's basically so the rest of the podcast we kind of do a what are you working on right now? So that's kind of you're working at what you're working on right now. How about you, Nico? What are you into right now?
Sounds good. Well, I was spending the last few weeks getting used to Unity, learning the tools, and working on an idle animation. At this point, I've got a pretty good idle animation going. I finally figured out how to attach items. It's actually really simple, but like most things in Unity, it's like really obtuse until you know right where it is. So that's been going well.
Oh yeah, I tried messing around. I tried messing around earlier in the project, because like Kel made those videos showing like, oh, you can change their stats and do this stuff if you need to, you know. And I was gonna get in and start testing some numbers and stuff. And
yeah,
Unity is like crazy, because like my screen wasn't set up the way that Kel's was set up, so I'm assuming he has more like you know, his workflow. And I have like the default, so like I couldn't find anything. So the fact that you're able to get in there and animate anything is incredible to me.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, if I'm being real, like I'm playing with this and like already thinking about like other stuff I want to try to do in Unity. Like the tools are really nice. I just wish they were more accessible. Like if anyone in the Unity dev team's listening, like, take notes from Cinema 4D. They have a great user interface. It's color-coded. Okay, I'm done. But yeah, my next goal is I'm going to be working on the slime idols for our slime mobs, and I want to work on the attack animation. I think that one's going to be a lot of fun because it involves like physically moving the character's like sprite and animating it at the same time. And that's going to... I think I'm going to enjoy that a lot.
Yeah, I'm so stoked to see this slime.
Yeah, I'm having such a hard time deciding between like the 3-segment one and the 1-segment one, because the 1-segment would definitely be like simpler, but like animating 3 separate layers is like really, really seductive. For my little animator brain, I love that stuff.
Yeah, Nike, you always want to like go big and beautiful on your animations, and I have to keep reeling you back in and say like, no, it needs to be a little simpler.
Yeah, that's worth talking about too, because like, yeah, like I think my first animation had like squash and stretch and complicated bone animations, and you were just like, okay, that's impressive, turn it down. Sorry, that was loud. Yeah, that was
Yeah, I think like Kel kind of told us like there's gonna be like thousands of animations. You know, it's gonna be you know, crazy. And if we have like movie quality animation for like everything, it's gonna run very slowly.
Yeah. That's honestly, with that in mind, the single sprite or the single body sprite slime would probably be a lot less intensive, and I could probably still make some good animation out of that. It's just, yeah, it's fun so far.
Yeah, I mean, I just did the 3-segment thing, so it was something to play with. You didn't have to use it.
Definitely.
I just made it available.
Thank you so much. I'm loving playing with your artwork. It's like excellent for this, and it's surreal not being the one having to make the art that I then animate, because usually I'm doing like all of it for myself. So it's really fun just being like, oh my god, this art is beautiful. Let's make it move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, doing like still images all the time, it's just mind-blowing seeing it moving, and especially in ways that I didn't necessarily think of to begin with. So like, it's really cool.
Yeah,
I love it.
Right on. Yeah, I guess the next step probably, I imagine like on the next SOW or something, we'll focus on like getting the animations like more integrated and stuff. But that's more of like on Kel's end of things. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that'll be like crazy to see the next prototype with everything moving around and bobbing and idling and and looking more real. I can't wait to get like our backgrounds in the dungeon and stuff. You know, the prototype that we showed just has placeholder dungeon tiles and torches and things like that. So when we get Ben's backgrounds in there, it's going to be incredibly beautiful.
I spent a little time before the podcast checking out the background too. I really appreciate that you like separate the liquid and the glows specifically as separate sprites, because that will make them really easy to animate with. I think that should probably work fine.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to know what I'm working on right now?
Hell yeah.
We talked about all the exciting game stuff. I spent the morning updating the privacy policy on the website. Apparently we were out of compliance according to the lawyers.
Ooh.
So we now have a privacy policy and we have rules on our Discord. So that's exciting too.
Oh yeah, I saw those pop up.
Yeah, we're officially a community Discord now.
Ooh,
which means we can show up in searches, and I don't know how to search on Unity, but we can, or on Unity, yeah, in Discord. But we can be searched in Discord now, and yeah, I don't know. We have some other like weird, like administrative things that we can do with our server now, but it's all like back end stuff that is a little confusing. But yeah, I think that's maybe a good segue to let everybody know about the Discord. I'm not sure how you found the podcast if you're not on the Discord, but if you've made it here and you've listened this far, you need to join our Discord and come hang out and chat with us. You can find the link on knobcat.com. I kind of just segued right into the end of the episode. Anything else we need to talk about?
I think that covers everything. And that was a very natural segue, so I was just in awe for a second.
Yeah, and then I talked about it, which is the rule not to do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that can be the ending then.
Yeah, let's just officially wrap it up then. Thanks everybody for listening, and we'll probably be back in 2 weeks again. And knobcat.com for all your Dungeons of the Obelisk needs. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.